Hello, everybody. Welcome to Speed Meets Creativity, where we're crafting a campaign live on stage in 20 minutes. My name is Frank Cortese. I'm the Global Head of Brand Media here at Canva, and I'll be your moderator today. Sound good? Great, that's what to hear. In today's fast-paced marketing world, we're all too familiar with the phrase, I need it yesterday. Although sometimes I do need things yesterday, okay? Tight deadlines, multiple deliverables, limited resources. Sound familiar? Today we're going to try something that's never been done on a Canva at Work stage before. We're going to try to create a campaign from scratch in just 20 minutes. Is it even possible? Let's find out. Here's how it's going to work. We've built a fake, but very excellent, if I do say so myself, brand, and I'm going to play the role of CMO today. So watch out, Zach, wherever you are. I'll give our panel a live brief right here on stage, and then for the following 20 minutes, they'll work to complete a list of deliverables that I'm about to share with you. But before we dive in, let me introduce our incredible panel of experts whom we've trusted to make this crazy idea a reality, so no pressure, everybody. The lovely Amanda Green from LinkedIn, who's our senior education lead. She is perfectly positioned to guide us on platform-specific best practices and performance optimization. The one and only Caroline Dunn from OMD brings her media strategy expertise to share insights on campaign distribution and audience targeting. And our very own Bo Benton from Canva is our power user who will showcase how the platform brings everything together in seamless execution. All right, let's start with our experiment. You all witness together if we sink or swim. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to RoboRover. As the CMO of RoboRover, let me tell you about our business. RoboRover is an AI-powered robotic office companion that's basically a robot dog for the workplace. But RoboRover is designed to enhance operational efficiency and employee well-being in work environments. It integrates seamlessly into business workflows while addressing key corporate challenges, including productivity optimization, meeting efficiency with its AI-powered meeting transcription features, workplace wellness and stress reduction programming, and best of all, it's 100% hypoallergenic. It's fun for the whole office. Who wants a RoboRover? Let's see. Yes. All right, a little bit about the campaign. Our target audience groups are operations directors, chief people officers, workplace managers. And our campaign objective is simple. Generate qualified leads among these key business decision makers. We think RoboRover's innovative nature presents a compelling business case for professionals seeking to gain a competitive advantage through workplace optimization technologies. All right, here's the challenging part. Here's what my CEOs asked me to deliver by the end of the week, but we're going to give you 20 minutes to do it. LinkedIn video and single image ads to reach our professional audience, digital banners for programmatic targeting, email header and template for lead nurture campaigns, and a 5-slide sales pitch deck that our sales team can use immediately. And if we're on fire and finish early, I think everyone knows that I'd love to see a digital billboard. Okay, cool.
Got it.
All right, the clock's going to start now. Let's see if our team can pull this all together in 20 minutes. We'll start with some quick brainstorming, then we'll create the assets, and hopefully we end up with a campaign that makes our fictional CEO very happy. Bo, over to you.
Thanks, Frank. All right, so we're just going to come clean to start. Our team got briefed overnight over in Australia. They've prepared some assets for us. But today we're going to be featuring some of our key products that we have at Canva. So like our Magic Studio at Scale, Background Remover, things like that. But yeah, we'll jump over into our Canva app. So once we're in there, everything that we are going to build for our campaign is going to be based around our brand kit. The Canva brand kits, they're super robust. We've built in everything to do with our logo, our brand colors, our brand fonts. Everything including like our AI brand voice to help us curate some specialized content so that not everything sounds like it's AI generated, but sounds like it's coming from us as real people. So I'll jump over into the whiteboard that our team has sent over. They've started brainstorming some ideas for campaigns, some tagline options, things like that. Now, Is there anything that's caught your eye on there? Any certain taglines that you guys would like to roll out with, or?
Yeah, well, I think one thing to keep in mind is understanding who our audience actually is. Y'all hear me all right? I know it's 4 p.m. You with me? Okay, great. So we understand that we are targeting a host of different buyers and even multiple buyers at a single company. Some of you may know this referred to as buyer groups, right? So we know that we have operations directors, chief people officers, quite a bit of seniority and expertise in that mix, am I right? So it's not just important for us to understand who are we trying to reach, but we need to figure out what they're actually interested in, right? So for our audience, we used LinkedIn's Audience Insights tool and the campaign planning and forecasting. Anyone in here have used that on LinkedIn? Couple hands? Okay, great. So we know a few things about this audience. We know that majority of this audience is based here in the US. We know that 90% of this audience has interest in just general content about business admin, which is pretty broad. We know that 94% of this audience works in some type of operational function. And we know that 96% of this audience is, they score in the seniority level of director or above, right? We also know that this audience is interested in different products and software for collaboration and just to make life easier. So why is this important to know? It's not just important to know who your audience is, but we need to know what they care about, right? We need to know what makes them tick. We need to know what they're actually engaging with on the platform. So taking it a step further, we also need to consider what our campaign objective is, right? What our objective is going to have a direct impact on the copy, the creative, and how we get our audience's attention. So what do we need for lead gen? We need a call to action. If you want someone to take action, you have to tell them what it is and how to do it, right? The second thing we encourage as a LinkedIn best practice, don't be afraid to point out pain points, problem areas, things that might be nudging a CPO in the side, right? So you really want your content to answer the question, for example, how could RoboRover, our little cutie over there, how could RoboRover help a CPO solve a business challenge? So that's kind of where we want to start in terms of messaging and ad copy. How's that sound, Bo?
Sounds perfect.
Boom.
I'm going to get started working on our first asset, which will just be a simple still graphic. We'll take a look through some of the brand templates that the team have actually produced and set up in our Canva brand kit. So we've got some certain statics and moving videos. This one seems like it's going to be a perfect fit for us in this format, just with a few little tweaks to help us get it fit to the right format. And since we've got some taglines over here that the team has already created, we'll simply start copying them over. And once these are ready to roll out, we just have to simply move into our LinkedIn Ads app that's found in the Canva App Store. Connect it to our ad account. And that's as simple as that. That's going to roll over into LinkedIn, ready to post as our first ad.
Love it. So do we do a quick review of best practices? Or want to add to the media plan?
Yeah, perfect. So we have our audience insights from Amanda. We have our assets from Bo. So let's dive into our media plan for RoboRover a little bit. We'll start by utilizing LinkedIn's B2B audience insights and targeting capabilities. And so here we can target by job function and title, looking at those in HR, workplace management, operations, and business administrations. We can also then layer on targeting by seniority here, really going after those business decision makers. So senior directors, C-suites, even executives, we can layer in that targeting here as well. And then we can move even into industry targeting, focused on certain corporations, specifically financial services or tech firms, et cetera. So we'll layer that all in and we'll run it on LinkedIn in a video capacity, a single image ad. We'll also take advantage of LinkedIn's capabilities to send out in-mails. Again, reaching those specific messages to those business decision makers in their inboxes. We'll take the amazing banners that Bo is working on and we'll run these programmatically with some behavioral and contextual targeting to make sure we're reaching that audience where they are.
I think the CEO is going to love that.
Sounds great.
Right.
Now let's do a quick review of some LinkedIn best practices, if we can get those on the screen. So one, you want to make sure your content is context aware. Is it relevant? Is it timely? Does it make sense to the people that you're actually reaching, right? That's number one. Number two, I think the CEO of Zendesk in the previous session mentioned something about the importance of content unification, right? So when you see Canva Create, you know it's Canva Create. This is a perfect example, right? You see the color schemes, the logos. You want all of your assets to have a little bit of a flow for your target audience. Number three, do not hesitate. I know LinkedIn is a professional platform, but please don't hesitate to tap into the emotions of your audience, right? Think about the last time you saw some content that made you laugh, cry, think, might have stressed you out a little bit, right? So tapping into those emotions and that relatability is really going to be key. Distinctive. So when we think about logos, fluent devices like little Robo Rover, he's so cute. So there should be some continuity in your design as well. We use a phrase at LinkedIn called thumb stopping or scroll stopping. So this really speaks to the importance of having really strong imagery, right? We know that over 85% of LinkedIn sponsored content happens on a mobile device. So what image, what's gonna pop, what's gonna make somebody say, oh, let me stop my scroll? And then last but not least, value exchange, right? Especially for lead generation focused campaigns, we wanna make sure if we're asking something of our audience, they know exactly what they're going to get in return. Sound good? Okay, we're gonna talk about a few more having to do with video. You wanna showcase the pop, the value prop within the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video. Timing is everything when it comes to LinkedIn video, and what we actually find is that 30 seconds or less tends to be the sweet spot. We know attention spans are short. We know people are consuming content all day long. So if you can get that message or that pop out within the first 3 seconds, that would be ideal. Also, fun fact, we see that videos on LinkedIn that are 30 seconds or less get a 200,000% increase in their engagement rate compared to longer form videos. So think, you got a long video, how can I commercialize this, okay? Second, you wanna make sure that with video, you're visually telling a story, right? So you still wanna have continuity in your imagery with videos or static image ads, banners, emails, etc. And then the third one is one of my favorite. When you're putting together a video asset, think of yourself as like a silent filmmaker. Why do I say that? Most people that consume video on LinkedIn are gonna consume it on mute. So strong visuals, and do not hesitate to use subtitles or captions to make sure that your message is really, really, really strong. So yeah, congratulations, you're now a silent film director. You can add that to your LinkedIn profiles. We good on best practices? Everybody tracking? Okay, great.
I want to use all those best practices for Robo Rover.
I got you, I got you,
All right,
no problem.
all right.
Amazing. So while you were talking through some best practices for video, I've actually started pulling up together a video for Robo Rover itself. Using some assets from the Canva library, some videos, some sound assets and things like that. And we've got like a nice little thing playing, hopefully. Again, dangers of relying on live Wi-Fi.
I have faith in you, Bo.
Anyway, we'll jump in and I'll just scroll through the timeline. And so like we've created this story of the boring office until the introduction of Robo Rover, who sits, he stays, and he scales.
Love that.
Who doesn't want Robo Rover after that ad? Come on.
Exactly. And the cool thing is about the application, the LinkedIn app through Canva, is all of the templates are already pre-filled with all of the different specs, right? So you don't have to worry about being a spec wizard. I am definitely not. And the cool thing is part of the tool, Bo, correct me if I'm wrong, will help you do some resizing as well if you need to.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So we've got this web banner that we've started as well. Just do a little simple resize of the headline. Again, pull in a headline. We probably need a little CTA on this as well. So simple, hit the little R key, drop in a little button. Contact for more information.
A very clear call to action. Look at Bo using the best practices. Go, Bo.
Do you have any other suggestions for a CTA as well? Like what would be something that would be really optimal in these situations?
Contact for more information. You can have a downloadable asset like an ebook or a white paper. You can even encourage them to fill out a LinkedIn lead generation form. Real easy way for people to share their information.
Listen, ABGL, always be generating leads.
Always
I'm
be
good for
generating
it.
leads. I like that.
Let's
I
do
like
it.
that.
It's hard enough when this is doing it in front of one person, and today we're doing it in front of 300?
Yes.
Something like
You're doing an
that.
excellent job, Bo. Give Bo a round of applause for all the live work
Yes.
he's doing right now, live on stage.
All right. So we've got a simple ad. It's got a little CTA ready to go. Simple as pulling up the resize button, we can decide on different assets or different places that we might need to roll this out to. So put it in our LinkedIn. It comes up with a bunch of different options. So it could be a carousel, a video ad, but this is just going to be another single image ad. So this one will be a different format. We'll copy and resize because we might want to keep this one for later when we roll out a few different options. Oh, he's gone a little big, but we can quickly fix those kind of assets. And maybe we'll need to rethink our ad a little bit. But he's in the right format now, ready to go.
There we go. Robo Rover, he's a little cutie.
It's a little easier, a whole lot easier than just creating a multiple different assets. Oh, there we go.
I like how seamlessly you're changing those colors right on brand, Bo.
Oh, aren't I? No suggestions for brand, so, you know, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Now, what else do we have to create, guys? What should be next on our list?
Well, while we were chatting, I put together our media plan in a new Canvas sheet.
Ah, I love a sheet.
I think I've got access to your sheet.
There we go. Look at that.
Simple. So, yeah, Caroline pulled that together while I was building out some other assets. I've got some other taglines that would be really good to roll out, I think, as part of a web banner. Where did I leave it? There it is. No. All right. So a simple way to roll out a few options of these, just to see what might perform better in the market, we just click on our Bolt Create option. So he'll automatically find a few different options in the page. We want to roll out some different taglines, and we can connect that to our sheet.
Here we go.
Simply select our options, drop it into our Robo Rover campaign, and it's automatically picked up that each of the different taglines that we want to roll out across these assets. And we've generated straight away, live, because you saw it pause for a minute, a collection of 8 templates that we can roll out.
Yeah, round of applause on
Amazing
those
job,
templates.
So how long do we have left? We've got a few minutes left.
We got a couple
I
minutes
think
left.
We need a quick little email banner.
Let's do it.
Again, we'll look through our brand templates. I'm sure there's something in here ready for us that we should be able to use, or at least lean on a little.
Oh, I'm loving that one.
He's got his little light up eyes.
Come on, look how
Ready to go.
cute he is. Look at him.
Adorable.
And again, pull in our tagline, digital companionship, measurable results, resize to fit. We've got another on-brand asset ready to go, ready to roll out for our email marketing. Move them across a little, get a little bit more legibility, because legibility is probably important. Do not go to roborover.com because we don't actually know what's there. We did not check.
We're not going to try going there live on stage.
No, we're not actually pitching.
Hey, speak for yourself.
And then the final piece, we've got to add some assets to our sales team's presentation.
Awesome.
So I can see that we've started a presentation deck for them. Got a couple of pieces. We're probably after a little bit more. Maybe again the tagline for the front, some more information on pricing, and maybe something from our promotional assets. So we can go through our list of taglines that we've created and see what might work. Smart solutions tailored for growth. Your digital ally. Maybe that.
Also like how having the plan and the media outline of different taglines, it's really easy to plug and play and experiment. I'm all about map it out on paper, workshop it, notebook it first, because then you can just get in the tool like Bo is doing, play around, see what works.
Exactly, and we might just try and use Magic Write for kind of describing what RoboRover is about. For our AI-powered Robo Dog to make the office a nice place to be.
Love it.
I feel like Bo's rounding the corner here. He's almost done.
Cool. So we've used our AI to help us generate some copy. For some reason it did it in German, but I think it's just because it read lorem ipsum at first. It's maybe not completely on brand, so we'll just apply our brand voice to see what it would transform that to be. So from something that's really techie and very like dry, it's started to add in some more like, dog references, since this is a dog. And still linked it back to the office. He's your co-worker who's all about boosting morale without snatching your sandwich. That's one of Frank's pet hates.
That's my favorite thing about it.
Oh, all right. How long do we have, Frank?
Time is going to get pretty much up. Are you ready to showcase what you've done so far?
We can, yeah. We can go do that, for sure.
All right, let's do it. All right, team, look at that. We've done it. In 20 minutes, we've made all these things. We went from a vague brief to a complete campaign from Robo Rover. Not too shabby, right? How about a round of applause for everybody here?
Yes.
Let's take a look at what we pulled together. Some pretty cool LinkedIn assets that don't look like they were made in a rush at all. A digital banner that actually catches the eye. An email header that ties everything together. And a sales deck that doesn't put people to sleep. Amazing job. And somehow, it all looks like it came from the same company. That was the goal. Great job, guys. My CEO is going to be thrilled if she existed. I bet you that brand kit really helped tie everything together, eh?
It makes things a lot easier, like being able to pull in, even if the brand template isn't correct for the right size, it still gives you that perfect start to really build build out from those bones.
Nice. Well, thank you everyone for being a part of our little experiment today.
Thank you all.
A big thanks to Amanda, Caroline, and Bo for being good sports, taking us through their tricks of the trade. If you like what you saw, there's some demos available. We'll be at the LinkedIn content shop for us to talk a little bit more about it. But at the end of the day, the real takeaway isn't the specific tool. The takeaway is all about rethinking how we tackle these challenges, and we find ways to integrate AI without actually losing our creative touch. And what do we call that? Productivity meeting creativity. I hope everyone found this useful, somewhat entertaining, and have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Frank.